students. So I was going to go over a few pointers in using Microsoft Word for the incident response plan homework. Let's take a look here. A couple of things that I ran into. Now we need to get rid of the yellow highlighting that was used to show us where to change things. So put your own stuff in the yellow highlighting. All right, so I'm on detection and analysis. These are cells. So unlike, let me back up just a little bit. Unlike highlighted text, there's a different way to get rid of the yellow. So with removing the highlighting from the text, I'll right click here. Text highlight color, see the pen? Drop down, tell it no color. Obviously I can go a little bit farther and get more of that at one shot. All right, that's one item. All right, now back to the cells here. These, go ahead and do a sweep here so Word knows what area I'm working on. Right click. Let's see. This is called borders. Looks like a grid. I'm going to drop down, go to borders and shading. Shading. And no color. White background, so blank. I'm not sure that you need to do this many steps, but this is what worked for me. And give it an OK. Now, these are still highlighted in gray to show that we're working on them, so click outside of that. All gone. And of course, there's a bit more to do to get rid of the other yellows. This. Yeah. That held still. So you can match up your steps 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. If I'm correct, that's how we're doing it. Step 1, step 1. If it doesn't come out right, you can do a copy and a paste. Copy. Paste to make sure that you've got the same font size, the bold's turned on. Anyway, if it gets funny and it changes to a different size, you copy and paste and then change the number. There's that. Go back, rewind, take a look if you still got some questions. We still have some more yellow to get rid of here, but they'll get you started. Let's see if I can expand or zoom in on the flow chart so we're just on one page here. No, that didn't work. There we go. Yay. Okay, how to move some of these items around. Here. Now, if you notice, there's also a dialog box, a text box in the middle here. So we have two sets of rectangles on the outside. This first set is for the text box. The second set is for the diamond decision. And I think if you click here, you can get both of them at once and move everything. There we go. Let's get yes and no out of the way real quick. Shoo. All right, copy and paste. Let's see here. I'm going to do a copy. It likes to pop up in the top left. Paste. I'm going to use keep source formatting. There's also picture. I made a mess trying to mess with picture, so let's go with keep source formatting. Move this down here, and we see a opportunity to excel. So if we want the arrow to go to the right, let's go ahead and copy them. Right click, copy, just to make sure we're working with this arrow and not the last thing that I copied. And we'll do paste option. Keep source formatting. Come on down here. Now I see my two circles, which means that this is the one we're talking about. See, no circles, yes circles. Okay. And these circles will stay in the same position even if you rotate the arrow. So let's see. Okay, that's highlighted. I'm going to right click. We're going to do format shape. Over here to the right, we've got fill in line and effects. I think it's effects. How about 3D rotation? And we're going to use the z-axis. And if we take a look at our arrow, let's see, we wanted it to go to the right. Let's see if I can get him going here. That's it. It needed me to pop clockwise. And keep going. There we are. I probably could have typed in 180. Now we have an arrow to the right. Yay. Okay, if you see the arrow has a little bit of an overlap into the decision box, it's not too far in, but I'm going to see if I can change that so it goes behind. So we still have it highlighted. I'll left click just for luck. Right click, and let's send to the back. There it goes. And as you see, now we don't have the arrow sticking out on top. So it's layered underneath. And it seems the other one has, yep, the other ones have figured out that they're supposed to go behind too. All right, there's that. Just to show you can move the yeses and the nos. Probably we're better off going this way. Copy. I'm going to get another down arrow. See if I can get into decision here. There we go. So you can change that. Heads or tails. You can put whatever you need in here. You can also adjust it a little bit. If you keep typing, eventually it'll go ahead and drop down and format on its own. But it may not be in the words may not be in the position that you want for neatness. Okay, what else? I noticed somebody figured out that if you don't have enough room vertically, you can take these things, the flowchart can go horizontally. So I'm going to copy this process box again. Copy and paste him, etc., etc. So we could have slid this whole thing over. Surprised I haven't grabbed the grid yet. Anybody do that? You're clicking and you get a hold of the grid and it starts sliding. Yep, there it goes. I really didn't do that on purpose. As you see, so now you can have some more room. We can move our nose and our yeses. You can have some more room this way and then drop down. Yeah, this can be moved, right? So that we have a little bit more room in the first section. I haven't figured out how to lengthen these arrows yet, but one quick fix. If you wind up in a situation where you need a longer arrow, use 2 for now. Hopefully that won't affect your grade. So let's see, what have we done? We showed how to get rid of the yellow highlighting, how to move some of these around, how to duplicate. We've changed the arrows. Numbering the processes. And you can figure out how to neaten these. Try to line them up somewhat, just so it doesn't hurt the eye quite as much. Just a student's opinion. 1, 2. There's that. You can, of course, create more of those copy paste. You can type in here and make this a 6 if you wanted to. I had one section I think I went up to 6 on. Okay, what else? Moving these around, moving the file itself, the incident response plan itself around, I would put it up into, say, Microsoft OneDrive, and I print from the library. I don't have a printer. So I go to the library, I pull it down from OneDrive, and everything inside here, the start, the process, the diamonds, the squares, everything got shifted down one page, and I was left with just a blank grid. It made a mess of my flowchart. I think it was a OneDrive thing, but I'm not sure. So if you go and print elsewhere, other than right at home or where you're working from, make sure you put a backup copy or two on a USB drive or use G drive as your backup, just in case one program or one process decides to scramble your work. And what else? I think there's one more thing. Oh yeah, sometimes when you print out a docx, Microsoft docx, sometimes it doesn't print the way you want to, and it may be the configuration of the computer or the printer you're printing from. I mean, if you do it from home, if you print it from home, you know what you get. But if you move around, things change. So what you might want to do is save. Didn't actually practice this. Save as a PDF. PDFs don't get scrambled as easily as docx. So if you have your document the way you want it, and you're ready to print it out, but you're not going to print it out locally if you're going to send it someplace else, you may want to consider doing it as a PDF so no other program or printer changes up the way it looks. Okay, thank you guys for taking a look. Hopefully it was helpful, and of course I'll be glad to answer any questions. Just send me a message, track me down, and I'll do what I can. I'm student level, so may not know any more than you guys. Okay, good luck.